Okay, so we've been doing a lot of growth models where things are growing, like our money. But now we're going to do an example of a decay model. So in this example, it talks about, it says radon-222. Okay, this is what's called an isotope of radon. And this is just part of the name. That's not a number that we're going to use in our calculations, but it's just the name of the material. It's a radioactive material. And it's going to decay at a continuous rate of 17.3%. Okay, so this is going to be our R, and it's decaying, so it's going to be negative 0.173. Okay, so think about how we're getting that negative number because it's decay, and you have to change the percentage to a decimal number, so move the decimal 2 places, 1, 2, and so you get negative 0.173 for the R. Because it's continuous, we're going to be using that continuous decay model. So A of t is equal to the initial amount, E to the RT. And we know the rate. We've got that so far. Okay, so it says that this radon-222 decays at a continuous rate of 17.3% per day. How much will 100 milligrams of radon-222 decay to in 3 days? So we're going to do it over days. Our time is in days. Time is in days. So remember we talked about the time, our money problems are years, but these other examples might have a different rate per unit of time, and this one is in days. Okay, so our T is 3. Okay, so, and then we know we are starting with 100 milligrams. So that's going to be our initial amount, the 100 milligrams. Okay, so now we're ready to say, hey, what's the amount? They write it as a function, but I don't know that you have to necessarily put that. You could. It's just representing the output. So the A is 100 milligrams, then you're going to have E, and then the rate is going to be negative 0.173 times the time, which is 3. So somehow, something like that, we're putting it in our calculator. Now you have to be careful when you're putting it in the calculator. Let me erase that equal sign. So in the calculator, we're going 100 times, then we're going to have that E button, and it's going to open the parenthesis, maybe or maybe not, depends on your calculator, and then you're going negative 0.173 times 3, and close that off and hit enter, or whatever your calculator needs, the equal sign. Okay, let me turn on my calculator. So I have 100 times E, and then it's negative, make sure you make it negative, 0.173, make sure I get that in there, times 3, and what does it give me? So it's going to be 59 point, well, it didn't tell me how to round this. So I'm going to go 4 decimal places because that's what it had said before, I think, that we were going to go 4 decimal places. Okay, so that's what it is to 4 decimal places, and that would be milligrams. So after 3 days, you almost have, you know, half of what you started with. Well, more than half, but okay. So that's what your 100 milligrams would decay to. Milligrams is the measurement, so anyway. Okay, there you go.